All right, it changed my mind. One more. I watched everything, and if Lucas ended it all, my heart does go out to his family, his brother, everyone involved. If you want to know what part I think I played in it all, it'd be none. Uh, I think a lot could be projected on me if that's your intent. But I've been pointing out iconography, symbolism, and other things inspired from a Mark Passio esque education and framework. It's kind of the core of what we've been doing. Much safer and softer than the competitors. Uh, for a long time, Ange, especially myself, but more Ange, been trying to point out that on our homepage, if you're struggling with some things like addiction or anything like that, depression, there's help available, links, and I'm gonna come out of this whole deal by saying 100% if Lucas is real and this happened, I will honor his memory, as short lived as it is in my life, with adding links to help, care, and that as if I'm going to remember to say something in a video, it won't be like and subscribe. It'll be if you have a friend, loved one, or yourself needs help, I highly recommend using the links below. People much more worthy than myself will offer assistance. I'm just a goofball on the internet, and then I'll point to my little sign and do my thing over there. Because it's a character. I'm a semi miserable dude who's I'm looking at my damn. I I'm curious how many discs are slipped and how much. Anybody out there seen Beyond the Mat? I'm positive I'm doing this. What it opens up with. I can't think of his name right now because my takeaway has always been Jake the Snake and the crack scenes. But it starts out with, gosh, it's so shameful that I can't remember his name. But he's going to a wrestler, old school, used to wrestle with Mankind over there in Japan with the barbed wire matches and real visceral wrestling he partook in. But he's going to his doctor and they're taking x-rays. And I mean, I don't mince words, right? I have the C2. I broke my neck up here. This is a light fracture. It's not like I smashed, whatever. I was a roofer after it. Dude goes to the doctor in this movie, Beyond the Man, and gets done. They're looking at it. They're like, yeah, you got this out of place. You got this. He says, that's all right. And the guy looks at him. He's like, hey, can I wrestle tonight? He's like, dude, you shouldn't be walking. And he was going to go wrestle. And he went and wrestled that night. I look at my dad. Now, I don't think we're wrestlers or anywhere superhero esque, but I think there's a certain group of people out there that work through adversity, pain, and suffering when other people succumb to it. I got time. So one of my main receipts is going to be the same game that I believe was played on me in the phone correspondence, and I haven't read it yet. But from the overview that both Ange and Dave gave me, which means it was a three-party conversation, there's three witnesses to this conversation. That's why I talk in front of people. I ain't get no hearsay. No. There's witnesses to all this. It turns out I got railroaded by the court system. I won't ever let that happen again. Um, I don't suffer from guilt and remorse, and I'm not ashamed of the man I am, but I don't get played either. So part of the receipts is I'm not getting played. If Lucas is passed, I will honor his memory by mentioning Lucas and the links below for the rest of the uh, for most, I'll add it to the description. I'll write it out, right? So I don't have to remember. It'll just be in there. But, oh shit. I forgot. Now I went on and I babbled and I babbled and I forget. Ah, damn it. That's tough. I don't want to stop because there's a couple good things there, but I did forget what I was talking about because I'm not getting played, railroaded. Shit. Yeah, all. Oh, I remember. I took notes. I go back. I'll edit this together because this is important to me. Excuse me. I'm trying not to cough so much on camera. I mean, I cough like a bad, I cough. It shouldn't just always be on camera. I should learn to suck that up. I have that ability. I just didn't care. That's why I kind of try to been honest. I mean, poor Mike. He's listened to so much brutal honesty every now and then. He might have to, not might have to. I don't know. I don't want to project any thoughts into his head. But, there's people out there. Maybe Mike. Ange for sure. Like, he could let some of that go. But it creates all the infrastructure that allows me to take a moment like we're dealing with right now and relax. And when the guilt trip is thrown on me and I'm told that I'm going to have my correspondence shared with all contacts, maybe that's a cancel culture thing from youth. I don't understand. But I'm going to give you an example of how it plays on my end the way it played in this phone. So I'm going to send this to all the contacts. Well, the information is I'm just a dumbass reactor. That's the only thing you're going to find at this end. You'd have to dig into his personal life way deeper than I could ever get to. A song that he loved had a image that was dark, and I mentioned it from the music video, but we resolved that, got receipts on that part. So that's it. That's all my closure. All of this is what I got Ange going through, and I listen to what young people suffer from. Little petty problems. This is not that. This is a huge problem. But in the real world, it seems people can't even show up to work with a little bit of strife in their life. And I took all of this weight the second night. The first night I contemplated 9/11, which bites in its own right, but that's a different story. The second night, I took all of this. I maybe caused someone's demise, and I went to work. And a month and a half ago, I had to take corporate tests to say if I guess someone under 25 who goes through anything a third of this traumatic would have to be respected and honored, and human resources bend over backwards. I didn't even tell anybody what was going on. I just worked the whole night because that's what you have to do. I don't get it. I don't live in a world where I can dwell on guilt and stuff like that unless I actually was on the phone with my loved one and saying, do it, do it, do it. Well, then I'd have everything coming to me. But that last clip, you couldn't take that out of context if you try to get too much info out there. I pointed out a couple real things. I didn't use any of these. I didn't play any of this stuff for work or guilt. I haven't played it for a click, a this, a that, a thumbnail, or a title. And I won't. Because I don't believe in that stuff. But that's what I'm putting out there. Is that play hardball. These are the same problems that young people say crush their whole life. I'm not concerned if I'm sorry, as cold as this is, I'm not concerned if everyone thinks I'm something. It doesn't make it true. I don't care what anybody thinks of me. That's the biggest dilemma here. is I think people are concerned with what other people think. I know my honey bunny, she, that's a big deal. Be grateful I'm not holding my tooth and wiggling it, because in the real world, I just grab it and wiggle it around because it's making me crazy for 3 weeks. I don't know what to tell you. I I won't be played. The same sort of guilt trips and emotional manipulation goes both ways. Holy shit. Don't put that shit in my. Are you kidding me? Sorry about that one. I had to make sure the lady wasn't just throwing garbage in the front yard. Uh, that's another one of those limits. It turns out you can pollute all you want. You can't pollute all you want in front of me. Personal responsibility. It's not anybody else's job to take care of that. It's for me to speak up instantly as soon as I see it. That's why we're here. Wow. Thank you, lady, moving the chairs. Beautiful. What a nice thing to finish on. I'll honor the memory of Lucas by offering links to help for all people involved over on Reactions, Rants, and Rabbit Holes. For as long as I keep the channel open, it'll be on as a memorial. Theirs it is. That's what I got going. The problem is I'm not going to probably learn anymore or engage in this any longer because unfortunately the relationship that we have on the internet is not as concrete as I think some people make it out to be. And if there's a single takeaway from this experience, it is, as tragic as something might possibly be, and even if the receipts are in and this happened, I feel horrible. But unfortunately, I don't believe in doing oneself in any way, so I think that's a bad path to take, and I would highly recommend the links on the other videos from now on and taking help. That's it. Take help greater than me. I'm just a guy. Especially over there, I'm just a character who don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. Make of it what you will. But there it is. I think I've dealt with it enough. I'm sure it was super redundant, but if the gravity of this situation is very real, right? So I don't want to come away like I'm cold and indifferent, but I'm just suspicious. And for Mike, Pam, and the few loved ones that are on the channel, you're in the comments way more than me. Is there talk of any of this, or is this just something that Ange and I have on our? Oh, that's why I rambled for so long. This was what I was supposed to remember right away. Wow. It is only a benefit for the people that care about me. Oh, because nobody sits through everything, right? I know this. Okay, shoo. I'm running out of time. I don't want to get all weird. Anything I've been talking about. Did anybody watch Echo? Is it in the comments? I only saw Mike's comment in Echo. Am I missing something in the comments out there, or am I getting trolled? What do you all think? Like I said, I've got receipts, so Ange, we can print all this out and we could go farther. But I hope, yeah, let me know, and then I'll come back with. I'm gonna take a couple hours because this is crazy that someone would. Wow, these people are. Oh, she had to go get a different chair. Bless her heart, or car with more space. Bless her heart. If the weirdest thing happens and the lady in the white van who's picking up the chairs in front of the house, good for you. You're very personal responsibility shines, and I love it. Take care.